Good morning. I trust that you have had a good week so far and that the rest of the week will go superbly for you. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to preach in a former students' church this Sunday, which is a special privilege for me. As we think back in this whole matter of culture, the multifaceted aspect of culture is so complex. Obviously, language is a crucial ingredient, but likewise, music, drama, uh, the whole matter of worship, the length of service, the content of service, uh, those kinds of things are related to the culture of that congregation. So there's a great diversity in even, shall we say, English speaking or Spanish speaking churches that no two churches are precisely identical. How do people spend their relaxation time? What kind of television programs and movies do they think are appropriate for Christian people to watch? There are different values as it relates to how they live life, how they use their money, those kinds of things. What kind of fellowship do we have? Do we gather with each other in homes or in a public place? So there's such great diversity that it is quite a challenge to get a handle on all of that. So it's a whole matter to wrestle with and to keep in mind that just because you do something this way or you don't do this does not mean that it is inappropriate in another cultural context. So, plenty to think about as we wrestle with the whole matter of culture. And today we move on this week to belonging. When you read Meyer's book, you may think that he is hostile towards small groups. He is not. He is simply saying they are not a panacea for every person in every culture on the face of the earth. They are fabulous for some people in some situations, but not for everybody. And you need to think through that. Just because you have a small group does not mean I feel like I belong in your congregation, or for that matter, in that small group. So that's an interesting thing to wrestle through. Part of the takeaway from Branson and Martinez's book is to write a 500-word blog about interacting with culture. And the concept that they propose, I understand two or three of you at least are in a small community that is practically mono ethnicity. Now, it's pretty hard for you to have a multi-ethnic church in that small community, but that's okay. That's part of the reason that it says, or if that concept should be ignored in Plymouth, Illinois, or Gifford, Illinois. Then you are to then interact with two, just like on a discussion board, peers about what they have written on their blog. I think that will go through correctly, and if it doesn't, then we'll back up, but I think they have got that all set up correctly for this term. Media, we have that very excellent video on sacred space and the whole process of looking ahead. I strongly advise you to look ahead as the assignment tells you, because if you plan ahead, it's an easy mountain to climb. But if you wait till week 5 and suddenly you find you have 3 assignments, a couple of which take a lot of time, you're going to be finding challenging times. So if you can get started or knock one of those off, you can submit at any time. More power to you. So I hope you have a great week, and as you worship with God's people, God bless you.